Hey everybody, welcome to the Cow Church on Wheels. We are the church and we are on some wheels this morning. I have to get to a service, so this will be abbreviated, but thank you guys so much for tuning in and chiming into this every week. And I know many of you have to watch it later because you have your own congregation you go to. Many of you allow me to pastor you. And I, honest to goodness, didn't ever think I would pastor. You travel 35 years and go to different congregations. And I've always had a heart for pastors. And I always joked, I don't think I could ever be a pastor because I don't change adult diapers well. But I do have a heart for pastors. This morning, I want to continue rapidly on a subject. I actually got the thought early in the week, and that if you're a minister, you understand, messages sometimes can be stressful because you want the people to hear something relevant. But what I have also learned, and if you're a young minister or a pastor that you stress out over a message, let me help you out. And I had to learn this the hard way. So this is a freebie. If you're having to stress over it, it's not what God's saying. So just wait for the thought. Just wait for it. But I wanted to talk to you again today about desires. I believe it was in Psalm 144, 145, when, a lot of people quote, well, God will give you the desires of your heart. And a lot of people are bitter at God. Well, I desired this or I desired that and it didn't happen. And the question I had, now God cannot lie. So if maybe you are bitter at God, well, that was the desire of my heart, but it didn't happen. Was it just a want or a desire? And that's what I want to talk to you about today, because you may be thinking, oh, I'm really desiring this. Maybe you're just wanting it. And it's two different things. Wanting something like wanting to lose weight, or you're wanting to do this or do that. If you want something, how many of us have said, okay, I'm going to lose weight, and you cheat on your diet? You cheat on it. Well, you didn't desire it, you just wanted it. Because when you desire something, you're committed to it. And God says, I'll give you what you're committed to. I want to be a millionaire. Not so I can just have nice stuff. I would love to be able to be a blessing to people. I want that. Well, how do I know I desire it? Because I sow seeds toward it. When you desire something, your actions follow. Words are cheap. I know my word of faith, friends, and I'm word of faith. It's in the power of your words. But your words, when they are a desire, they're followed up by your actions. Don't just say, I'm going to do something. That's a want. But when you desire it, you actually do things that follow up on that. And so what I had to learn, and many people have yet to really perceive or conceive, is that consciousness creates reality. And if we're focused on wanting something, we don't realize that we may actually, and this blew my mind when I thought about it, just wanting something is actually a sign that you are conscious you lack something. And nobody wants to live in a lacking mentality. But hopefully what I'm going to teach you today will make you graduate. It doesn't mean you're a bad person or you're not strong in the Lord if if you don't change, it just means you didn't really desire that thing. You know, a lot of people, oh, I want to be healed, but do you desire it? If you want to be healed in your lungs and COPD, okay, you can want that, but if you desire it, you'll quit smoking. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I want to lose weight. Okay, I think it's great. But if you desire it, you're going to start watching what you eat and being disciplined. Discipline is proof. Desire is activated. Okay? Happiness is proof want has been activated. And discipline will take you through unhappy times. And one of the definitions of want, according not to Mark Shell, but to the dictionary, it just means to be deficient by the absence of something you think or you feel a need. And it's followed up by, oh, I wish I could. Wish always follows want. But a person that desires something starts making plans to make it happen. So, you know, a want is just a wish. But when you desire something, on that other hand, it's not defined by lack or scarcity. One of the definitions, not according to Mark, but according to the dictionary, one of the definitions of desire is to express not only a wish, but it is a drive to achieve. How driven are you to achieve it? Well, I really want that job. But do you desire it? If you desire it, you're going to start researching what you need to do to achieve it. So, action always. And I see you guys chiming in. Patty, it's so good to see you chiming in. I've got the phone a little closer to me so my bifocals can see it. And Melody, you and Micah, I love you guys. But I just wanted to clarify this morning, and it's very elementary. It's not overly deep, but, you know, a lot of people are really aggravated at God because, well, he didn't give me the desires of my heart. You didn't desire it. You just wanted it. You did nothing to go toward it. Oh, well, I've been praying about it. Well, phooey, you know, I'm all for prayer, but I don't believe in a beg fest. And God is not a respecter of person. And so once they limit us, and I'm not dogging anybody that you say, oh my God, I've just been wanting it, not desiring it. I'm not here to dog you. I'm here to wake you up and say, hey, let's graduate, because if that's the desire of your heart, God will give it to you, but you put some action to it, because discipline is proof that you really desire something. And want limits us, but desire expands us. It shows us part of us. My God, I was disciplined in that. You know, for years, and I've told this testimony for years, oh my Lord, traveling the hundreds of thousands of miles over a year into other countries, border to border, coast to coast in this country, ministering. Now, I'm a little guy. Cuss me out, I'll laugh at you. But give me the finger, I'll chase you down and try to beat you. I did not like that about myself. And I remember I'd pray, God, I really want to get over this. And guess what would happen? Somebody would fly by with a finger at me, and here I go again. You know, it's like, do it again. Do it again. And so I got to the place, I would say, God, why don't you set me free from this? And he was like, why don't you desire it? So I had to exercise discipline. When somebody would fly by with a finger, And you may be thinking, well, you must be a horrible driver. No, I'm actually the best driver in the world, and you can ask my wife. But I got to that point. It was like, God, I would feel so bad about myself. Why don't you just set me free from this? I wanted freedom, but I didn't desire it. Here's how it changed. The first time, and I think I was on the way to the East Coast, Virginia, Connecticut, New England, Massachusetts, somewhere out there. And some young girl flies by and gives me the bird, and it wasn't the eagle. And, oh, at first, I wanted so bad to chase her down. And I didn't. I let off the throttle, and I started laughing. I made myself laugh. And when that calmed down, it's like, okay, I can actually do that. I felt so proud of myself. I didn't chase somebody down. And that may not mean much to you, but it was a big thing to me. And right then, I started learning the difference between wanting and desiring, because it took discipline not to chase that kid down. It took discipline. And boy, I built on that. Well, Mark, have you gotten the bird again after that? Of course. What do? Oh, I feel frustrated, but I don't respond that same way. So God gave me the desires of my heart because of the discipline to act in a positive direction. So understand this. God doesn't reward our wants. He rewards our desires. God's gifts flow through our desires, not our wants. And today, you may be, well, I don't know, I've been praying for this healing for 20 years. Well, do you just want it, or do you desire it? If you really desire it, you're going to confess healing. You're going to change dietary issues. You're going to take the medicines the doctor gave you, you know, if they help you, and thank God for medicinal science. And not every doctor is right. They're still practicing. There's only one. That's the reason they're called practicing physicians. They don't know it all. Jesus is the great physician. That means he knows it all. And it does take discipline. But rewards are given by God to the desires of people's heart. So, do you want it, or do you just simply desire it? Well, Mark, I don't know now. Now I'm confused. Do I want this, or do I desire it? Here's the telltale if you truly desire something. When you're thinking about it, you just lose track of time. And when you think about it, it's like plugging in to a wall outlet. You just start charging up the batteries and energy. Hey, I can do this. I can do all things through Christ that gives me the strength. And then you start putting action with what you're desiring. Don't just talk about, oh, I want to have my own home. Well, yeah, I do too. But if you desire it, you'll sow a seed. If you desire something, you'll put action with it. You won't just talk about it. It's not a wish list. And so you start putting action, and all of a sudden you start graduating from want to desire. And I hope this is helping you guys. And it is very simple, but it is so profoundly true that it's easy when you desire something. It's easy for you to start wanting to hang around people who are driven with their desires. You don't hang around people that's just always wanting it. That's the reason I am not a big fan, and I don't want to lose any listeners by saying this, but you all know what I teach. I believe in prayer, but I don't believe it takes 1,000 people praying to get God to hear a prayer. I do not believe that. God is not a respecter of person. I'm not closer to God than you are, and you're not closer to him than I am. We are all one. We have 3 sons. We've got Derek, Zachary, and Parker. And there is no difference between those boys. They all have their own demeanor. They all have their own actions, but there's no difference in the love and the want for them to be blessed. But them being blessed is now up to them. They've become of age. You're of age when you can make a conscious decision. And so when you truly desire something, it almost becomes easier for that thing to become a lifestyle. I know I mentioned a while ago a dietary program. A lot of people say, well, I'm on a diet. Okay, I've seen people on diet. I've had friends that lose, huge weight. But they go right back to what they were because there was no discipline involved. You have to discipline yourself. You don't just give your tithe one time and sow one seed one time and say, okay, I did it. Let's see what God's going to do. No, it's got to become a lifestyle. Your diet's got to become a lifestyle. And so if you haven't made it a lifestyle to put action with your want, it has yet to become a desire. A want is a dream in an infant stage, but a desire develops the full maturity of what you dreamed of. And so, want changes. How do I say it? Want changes to desire when you have answers to these questions. And you all know I like to study psychology and clinical science of study groups of different people that, they just want something or they desire something. And it's determined that if you can answer these questions in a solidified, secure measure, you truly desire it. So I'm going to ask you those questions. You've got to ask yourself, pardon me, why do I want this? Why is the most important question that leads to desire. If you can't answer the why, you'll never tap desire. You will live and die as a person with just a want. And so, why being that most important question, you've got to understand it's okay to want to be comfortable, to be happy. It's okay to want to be rich. I don't want to be rich because, oh, look at what I've got. Look at what I live in. Look at what I drive. I would love to walk into a restaurant and pay everybody's bill. You know, that's the reason I want money, because I know as I give, it's coming back to me. Many people hoard their money. Well, I'm saving up for my kids. Can I help you as a parent with a 35-year-old, a 24, and a 21? I've already told them, Papa ain't leaving you the money. Me and Mama's going to spend it. We earned it. And some of you parents, you feel so guilty about your existence, you're trying to set your kids up for their life. They've got to find their own way. Parents in today's society give kids their wants without ever teaching them to activate their desires. I'm not saying I'm a better parent than you. I learned it through the school of hard knocks. And, you know, well, Mark, the Bible says leave your children an inheritance. I have. I've told them who they are in Christ, what authority they have in Christ. Walk in the power of understanding. You speak to the mountain and don't hang around it with a stinking prayer group. Walk off and rest, because God moves the mountain when you believe what you say. That's the inheritance I have left my children. I have taught them how to believe what they say because they are righteous in Christ. And so, yeah, it's okay to want to be wealthy. It's okay to want a new home, a better vehicle, a better job. It's okay to want it, but what are you doing to activate it? You cannot. This is a mantra I use, and Brenda probably gets tired of hearing me saying it, but you'll never change something until you get tired of it. When are you going to get tired of wanting something and start desiring it by putting action with it? So when you can figure out, well, why do I want this? I want this so I can be a blessing to others. You were blessed to be a blessing. God doesn't mind you being comfortable. He wants you to be happy, but he wants you to know, I'm blessing you to be a blessing. And that's the reason a lot of people die in poverty. Because all their life, they just wanted something different, you know? And you've got to ask yourself too, what am I going to gain by getting this? If you can answer that question, you're going to start solidifying, okay, this is a genuine desire. It's not just a want. You know, when you can say, all right, looking at myself in the mirror, what do I really gain by getting this? I gain not only peace, but I gain the ability to witness God's goodness by the generosity others receive from it. You know, I ask myself, they say if you really desire something, you can answer the question, what do I lose by getting it? So how bad do you desire it? Because you're going to have to lose something to get it. You're going to have to lose sometimes friends. You're going to have to lose some relationships. Because not everybody is your cheerleader. Some people actually get jealous because you get blessed. I've been there in my life. Man, I am a cheerleader. I've got a friend, we like to watch golf, and, well, how much are they making? Well, I think the winner gets 2 or 3 million. Oh, good God. They don't deserve that. I said, that's why you don't have it. That's exactly why you don't have it. Because you're jealous. And there are people that get jealous because you're blessed. Hey, I'm going to tell you guys, you that allow me to pastor you and you that are partners with the ministry, I am your cheerleader. Oh, my Lord, I am speaking the word all the time. God bless these people. Bless these people. Because I know the people that understand the teaching I render, they know they're blessed to be a blessing. God is my source. God is your source. And he wants me to be happy, and he wants me to show his goodness. Bob Hill, I see you chiming in. I love you, man. We're still going to have to go play golf. And no, he was not the man I was talking about. Bob's got a grip on this. But if you don't mind losing relationships, I found out after I got divorced some years ago, I found out in ministry, oh my God, I had so many pastors, hey, can you come in? When can you come in? And they found out I got divorced, and crap, they don't even answer the phone now. So it's okay. It is absolutely okay because, again, God is my source, and I have learned that my desires take me beyond others' jealousy, judgment, and condemnation. And so I love everybody, but I don't hang out with everybody. You understand that? And so I was able, I can honestly say, in a lot of areas, not everyone yet, but in a lot of areas, I have graduated from want to desire because I was able to answer the question in myself, why I wanted to be blessed, why I wanted that thing, why I want this thing. And I was able to answer the question, okay, what am I going to lose if I get it? When I walk in it, what am I going to lose? And I was willing to lose. to gain. Some of you listening to me, you're not ready to lose some stuff yet. That's the reason you're not gaining more. Life gets easier when you can define why you desire something. And then you ask yourself this question. Psychologists say, psychiatry, they say, okay, if you really desire something, you have to answer the question, what if I did nothing to get it? Anything you're not willing to act on, you don't desire. You really don't desire it. You want it, but you don't desire it. If you're not acting on what you want, you only want it, and God does not reward you with your wants. He rewards your desires when you put action with it. So then they say you have to ask yourself, well, what if I succeed? Now think about that. What if I do come into this? The answer is, can you accept and walk in the desires of your heart with humility and not arrogance? Some people don't receive the desires because they are still in the want stage. Well, why do you want it? Do you want it so you can prove to everybody else, oh, look at what I've got, look at what I've got? That's not going to work, because when you're truly walking in a desirous state and your wants have graduated, you still are humble. You're not arrogant. The desires of your heart are given to those who know how to love your enemy and what it is to love your enemy. We talked about that last week. Go back and watch the video from last week, Desires Part 1. But Jesus taught him. He said, hey, love your enemy, bless those that curse you. He said, you've got to, sorry, I left my phone stand, so we're on a rocky boat this morning. He said, I think it was in Luke, the 6th chapter, he said, if you're really ready for this truth, love your enemies. Let them bring out the best in you, not the worst. And when someone gives you a hard time, respond with positive energy for that person. Oh, it drives people nuts when you're nice to them in spite of their hatefulness. Well, Mark, I don't know if I can do that. Why not? Because you've got to be right. Anyone that's got to be right is a controlling spirit. Please don't let that overcome you. Controlling spirits were birthed out of religion. Religion is the whore of Babylon. So if you live with a controlling spirit like that, of always having to be right, you are raising a child of your destruction. I'm in a hurry, so I'm just talking straight to you. He said, if somebody slaps you in the face, stand there and take it. And if someone grabs your shirt, gift wrap it and give them your best coat along with it. I mean, this was foreign to them. But he said, this is how you find the desires of your heart, is love your enemy. Our witness is how to love, not how to be blessed. When I can teach people how to love your enemy, I don't have to teach them how to be blessed, because the desires of their heart is given to them. And you may be thinking, yeah, but you don't know who and what I'm dealing with. No, I don't. But I can tell you this. It's the very reason you've still got wants and your desires have not been fulfilled. Here's the difference between want and desire. And I'm finishing up. I got to run. Abraham wanted to be with his father and his mother, but God said, leave them and go to the country I'll show you. His want was to be with his father and mother, around the familiar, but his desire caused him to follow the voice of God. See, I've had wants for things, and God speak to me, hey, I want you to sow this as a seed, sow that as a seed. My desire caused me to leave that thing as a seed. Abraham sowed the love for his mother and father, and he came in to a nation where he had so many children and relatives. God said the sands of the sea and the stars of the sky could never count them. You don't know what you're missing if you're trying to hang on to what you have. Get your actions involved with your wants. Let them become desires, and then God gets involved with the rewarding. Look at Lot's wife. They were in Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham went down and told him, hey, this is going to happen. Lot left. His desire was to be safe and get back to following God through the voice of Abraham. Lot's wife wanted to be safe, but her desire made her look back, and she turned to a pillar of salt. So desire is so powerful, it will start or stop the blessings in your life, and actions are proof of your desires. These days of I'll be praying for you, in my mind, they're over. My God, we've graduated from ignorant, hopefully. You've got to put actions. Faith without works is dead. Wants without works are nothing. It won't manifest. And so you've got to listen to the words of God. He's trying to graduate you from your wants to your desires. And when you really desire something, you're going to take action toward it. So I encourage you this morning, and I've got to run now. I'm 3 minutes behind. Just pray, God, I'm tired of wanting this. Help me graduate to desire. It's going to take discipline. It's going to take action. You're not, and for my grace friends, no, that is not legalistic. If that was legalistic, then God is a liar, because he's a respecter of person. God is not a respecter of person. He is a respecter of the desires of your heart. And he said, I'll give you the desires of your heart when you trust in the Lord. So I encourage you today, whether it's a weight loss, whether it's a financial thing, whatever it may be. Hey, Father, I am so determined. This is the desire of my heart. What is my action? And God gives seed to the sower. He'll tell you what your action is. And be disciplined to perform the action. And just watch God work. He is so good, it's crazy. Hey, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you again next Sunday morning. Be blessed. I know you will be. And please graduate from your wants to your desires. And thank you for allowing me to teach you what's on my heart. And of course, this is my pulpit. So I don't have to live in the fear, oh, do you like that? No, I don't. Homie, don't play that game anymore. You all are such a support to the ministry. I thank you for that. If you've never been a part of the ministry, go in and check out the partnership on markshellministries.com. If you have any questions or testimonies about what these cow messages do with you and for you, email me at markshellministries@gmail.com. You guys be blessed, and I will see you next Sunday morning.